You are watching a master at work.
Yeah.
What is up, my little baby? Am I too loud in your headphones?
Nah, you good.
Okay, what is up, my little babies? Welcome to another amazing episode of Music with Lou. Today, we have a celebrity, a star. I mean, this man is an East Side legend, the one and only Steven Joseph.
What's up? What's up? This is long overdue.
This is
long overdue.
Man.
We busy.
No, you real busy.
Nah, you busy.
No,
We were
like,
just
come
talking-
on.
We were just talking off camera how much
No,
content she
no.
puts out. Like, I don't. Is there like somebody that you got? You got like 5 people in the back room somewhere?
I wish. That's the plan. I try. But unfortunately, it's just me right now. No, but this is about you. I told you this when we pulled up to the video, but I'm just so proud of your success that you've had.
I appreciate
from
it.
this last album.
I appreciate it. It's been a whirlwind for sure.
How do you feel right now in life with the new success that you're having? Like, just come on, tell me.
You know what's crazy? This is probably the best time to do it because when it was happening, all the viral stuff, I couldn't tell you what day it was. I didn't know my left hand from my right. It was a lot. And so being able to digest it, like, I want to say like 6 months later, because it happened in December of last year.
Damn, was it December?
Yeah.
Wow.
I put the video out with my family, I believe, December, because we did it on Thanksgiving. And yeah, and so it took like a week because I put out a vlog and it didn't do anything at all. And then that following week, I like chopped it up and then put it on Instagram and then put it on TikTok. That's really what.
So it took off on TikTok first.
Yeah, I put the clips, and you know how you do a little slideshow joints.
Yeah.
Instagram wasn't having that. They were like, "Get it out of here."
Yeah.
I was like,
Instagram
"All
is
right,
so weird.
algorithm, that's cool." So then I was like, I put it on TikTok and I shortened it up even more, and I was like, "All right, like let's see how this goes."
Yeah.
And then it went from like, you know, the 200 views, you know, you get to 200,
Right.
and then something was happening where it was like people were commenting, and it went 5, 1,000, 2,000, and this all happened like within like 20 minutes. So you know when you have a video,
Yeah, when it's moving, you're like, something's happening.
And I remember telling my wife, Janae, I was like, something's different happening because I had videos that went viral, and when I say viral, it's like 20K from. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, no. Like there's levels to it for sure. You did the big one.
Yeah, and so like I was like, something different is happening because by the time like I had, I told this story before, but I had, I believe I was eating and I put something in the microwave. I posted the video. I put my phone down. I checked it. It was at 1,000, and then that was like 5 minutes. And I was like, something different is happening. And then as soon as I got my food out the microwave, it was at like, I want to say like 10,000.
Shit.
And I was like, this.
What, you make a Hot Pocket or was that quick?
Yeah, it was
Holy
like,
shit.
I only had my food in there for like maybe a minute and a half. So like,
that's crazy.
I was freaking out. And like the next morning, it was at, I want to say like 50K. And I was freaking out then. But then it just kept going. And it ended up, I don't even know how many views it's at right now. It's probably at like.
And then like the people that have downloaded it and then reposted it, you know, all those views. So what was that moment like for like the family when it was like, oh.
Well, the fact that it even happened with them, I was like, man, you can't beat that.
That was so beautiful. Like,
yeah, you can't beat that, man. Like there's a lot of other people that, you know, try to make this really elaborate music video or, you know, think this all the way through.
Yeah.
And I just was like, let me just film my family. And another story about that is that I was sitting up there and my family didn't even know. I had announced that I was gonna film them before I showed them my album. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna have my camera right here. And I guess they just tuned me out. They didn't even know.
Authentic.
Because like the next 2 weeks or whatever, when they saw it, my uncle that was like, rewind that. He was like, you had the camera running? And I was like, yeah, I told y'all beforehand.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So that was just like a real moment.
They did not know. They did not know. Because my mom was like, hey, you should play on the album beforehand. And me, I'm very like reserved. I'm like, it's Thanksgiving. We chilling.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it about me. Like we had the family together for the first time and I don't know how long.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you got to show them the album. So I was like, all right. So I was nervous because I'm like, you know, my family going to tell me. If it's garbage, they ain't going to tell me. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I played it for him and then I got that reaction and I was beside myself, man. And then obviously.
And then boom, now you blow up. The video is freaking everywhere. You're going crazy. I mean, dude, all kind of famous people heard it, but it was like Timbaland first, right?
So Timbaland, and then, you know, the crazy thing with Timbaland is that Timbaland actually liked a video that wasn't that video. Then he liked, you know, the family video.
Oh.
So that same day I went viral, he liked, I think the video of One Time where I'm like in front of the flagpole or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, why this video? This other video is popping off. Why are you liking this video? But then, you know, all the other stuff started trickling in. But yeah, Timbaland liked that video amongst all the other stuff. And I was like, what is going on? Like, why?
Were you just like looking? And then I saw SZA. No. So, SZA heard your album.
Oh, bruh. I was like, you can't tell me anything after that.
I mean, what? I'd be bragging about it like it's our success. I'm like, first of all, have you guys heard of Stephen Joseph? Yeah. Well, SZA heard his album, so he's a big deal, you know.
Side note, she heard you too.
Listen, this is not about me.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's
you
amazing.
on the song.
That's amazing, and thank you for that, first of all. But this is your moment. Like, just to see you grind for all these years and to have this moment, it's just so beautiful.
Man, it has been a long time coming. You've been rocking with me since COVID.
Yeah, your first show, I remember it was Mikey Picasso's first Live Fest. That's when I really saw a lot of you guys, and I was like, whoa, these guys are really good. And I see you guys, and I still see like so many of you guys get overlooked. So to see this moment happening for you, it's just... It's
dude,
it's amazing.
It's been crazy. My dad actually still brings up the video that you did. You make so many videos you probably don't remember. But the one where I did breathe in and breathe out,
and I did your dance. Yeah, oh yes.
He still brings that up to his
Shout out to Dad.
Yeah. My pops is a big fan for sure.
But your visuals go crazy. So you shoot all that?
So me and my boy Raph, we collab on the stuff.
Okay.
And he's kind of like my sensei as far as like trying to teach me how to do all the film and production and stuff. That's why every time you see it, it's gotten better and better because I ask questions.
Yeah, you go crazy.
Kind of like when we walked in here, I was like, how'd you know? I'm a student of the game, man. I just want to know everything.
I feel that.
So shout out to my boy Raph. Like we've been working since the Loading album.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, since the Loading album.
Damn, okay, you guys are locked
So
in. Okay.
yeah, and we went to college together.
Okay.
So that's how
What college did you go to?
I went to UNLV.
Go ahead. Smart over here.
I mean,
I only went to CSN, you know.
Hey, look, I went there to start. So hey, it's okay. It's all right. It's cheaper too. It's cheap. It's a lot cheaper. But yeah, Raph is my guy, and we work together and collab on this stuff.
Dope.
And sometimes he does the editing. Sometimes I do the editing.
Right.
The shorter clips and stuff that you see, it's all me, either on CapCut or DaVinci Resolve.
Like your Sunday series and all that?
That's all me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, I opened DaVinci like last month. I was like, oh, this is over. What?
Yeah, I try to stick
Close.
to the basics because like I started on Premiere Pro, and then Raph told me about DaVinci Resolve.
So do you like DaVinci more than Premiere?
Yeah, because it don't blow up my computer.
Okay, I feel that. Okay, and so your brother, Jordan.
The GOAT.
That does not like to be seen.
Yeah, the man in the shadows.
So what is that like, being able to create such a beautiful journey with your brother?
Man, it's easy, man. Like he is he's everything to my success. Like I don't do anything without him. And we've grown together. Obviously we're siblings, we're brothers, but like as far as music, like we go hand in hand as far as like learning what we want to push and how we want to like convey a story and like what new sounds, because I can honestly say like in the city, I don't think there's anybody that uses as many sounds as we do on one album. And that could be tricky sometimes because it might not register with some people, and that's okay. But we try to implement everything. And then, like, obviously, Channel 95, each time we try to get better, and we're like, how can we push the envelope for the next time?
Yeah.
And the fact that people like today are like, oh, yeah, you got to drop a single like every single day or every single. I think it goes to show, like, if you take your time and try to learn about yourself and about the music, it ends up paying off. I'm just speaking from my experience.
Yeah.
So being able to work with him and take our time with projects and learn from each other and, you know, dive into new different genres, it's been great. It's been great.
Look what it has done.
Yeah, like I said, I can only speak from my experience, man. Take your time with the art, man. Don't rush the art.
So what was your mindset going into Channel 95? Like, what did you tell yourself? What was that conversation like? All right, man, here we go.
That's pretty much it. It was like, all right, like it got to a point where it was like now or never. And with the Book of Joseph, I felt like the album previous to Channel 95, I felt like that was a good like indication of where I was going, but I wasn't like, something was missing. And I felt like on the promotion side, I fell off a little bit because I would put out an album and then be like, okay, I hope people heard it. I hope you like it. But like this time around, I was like, nah, I got to go all in. And honestly, I had made the decision in real life to quit my job. I quit.
Wait, before this album?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna give you a short timeline.
Come on.
So in March of last year, around my birthday, I was like, I gotta do something. Like either I put 110% in, or I gotta give it up because I'm an all or nothing person.
Yeah.
And me half stepping this is, you know, disservice to my brother, my family, people that are rooting for me.
I'll hit this church button. I'll hit it.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Come on, you better.
I'm ready.
Come on, Steven.
Hey,
tell him the
when
process.
it's your time,
Come on.
you gotta go.
Come on.
And when it's your time,
yes, Lord,
you gotta show somebody.
Okay.
Look at your neighbor.
Come on,
and
neighbor.
Tell them it's your time.
Yes.
It's your time.
Come on.
You better praise him in the hallway.
Come on.
You better tell him it's your time.
It's his time right now. Come on, because you went to church. Okay, let's back to the story. Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Woo, you feel the spirit. It just hits you. Okay, come on.
Funny,
come on. Thank you for doing church with me.
Hey, man, I've
been waiting.
I watched the show.
Come on.
I was wondering what button it was.
Come on. Wow, I was ready. I was like, I think I'm feeling the spirit. I appreciate that.
I was wondering what button it was. Anyway, so
you leave work. Okay,
in March, and I actually made the plan to leave in March. I was working at a school at the time of substitute teaching, or no, not substitute teaching. Sorry, I was actually working in athletics, and I was the PE teacher at the school. So that's a whole different story. But anyway.
Oh, that sounds like a cool spot.
Yeah, it was cool. The kids were nice. It was dope. My friend Danny helped me get the job. It was a lifelong friend. Anyway, long story short, I made a decision in March. The summer hits.
Okay.
But I already told my wife, and I told my friend, I was like, hey, I'm going to be out of here, which is also a hard conversation because you know what I'm saying? My best friend, I've known him since 3, and he got me the job, but he knew he's a fan of the music and everything.
Oh, shout out to best
And then also my wife, I was like, hey, I'm going to take a leap. Obviously, like finances and trying to figure things out, but I was just like, I've saved up enough money. I'm going to take the jump. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
If worst case scenario, I can always go back. So I was like, all right, cool. Fast forward, summer hits. I'm starting to finish the album. I'm putting all the visualizers together and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't know if this is going to hit or not. Because, again, you don't know.
Yeah.
We put out the singles. Singles do okay.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, cool. They're doing better than before, but they're not viral. It's not like life-changing. So then I'm like, all right, man. Like, if I put out this album, I got to go. I gotta do something. Like it has to be bigger than everything that I've ever done. And then Thanksgiving happens.
Look what happens. So when you have this conversation with your wife, what was that like? Was she like, all right, let's do it?
She's
you better make this count.
She's exactly.
I love that. Shout out to wife.
She's fully on board, but she's fully on board when you have a plan. Like it's not blind faith. It's like, all right, okay, what do we need to do in order for this to happen? Like, it's not like, okay, I believe in you. You got it. No, it's like, okay, are you going to be doing shows?
Yeah.
What's the deal? How are you going to bring in income, streams of income?
Come on.
Planning it out. Are you going to be doing, like, your own show? Like, whatever the case is, she's like, okay, strategic, which I love because I'm a dreamer and I'm like, I can do everything. We're going to do 60 videos. And she's like, all right,
let's
bring
put
it down.
Here, buddy.
Bring it down.
Are you a Pisces?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my, because you said, oh, wow. Yes, we get
Yeah.
Boy, we get lost in that dreaming world.
Here. When it's here, it's here. But when we here.
Oh, say no more. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Yep.
Exactly.
Shout out to wifey being the balance. Because somebody got to pull us out the cloud. Hey,
what's December? December 7th.
Ooh, wish I knew zodiac signs that well. I don't
know. I don't know them either.
December 7th. Okay, who's around that? I have no idea. Is that a Sagittarius? I think she might be Sagittarius.
Yeah,
because Nicki Minaj is somewhere around there.
There you go. You only go by the celebrities. You're like, all right, wait, who's
she might be a Sag.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so anyway, I'm not too deep into any of that.
Me either.
Anyway.
I just know about Pisces. I'd be like,
yeah, because everybody's like, you're a Pisces, huh? And I'm like, well, I had to look it up, and now it's March. Okay, cool. All right.
What we do.
Anyway, so yeah, that's how that happened. Full support. My parents are like super on board. They believe we can do everything. And they've always been on, anything that we do. My dad, anytime I go over to the house, he's like, you got any new music?
Oh, I love that. So what's the next step? So now you have, I know, first of all, DMs are probably going crazy, feature requests. Like what is life like for Stephen Joseph?
I've been trying to internalize it, and like I said before, and now it's more just trying to figure out, like I said, what's next for me. Before I wouldn't say I'm still hungry, but I was more concerned about I gotta be the best, and I gotta out rap everybody, and everybody's gonna get these bars, and I'm like, now it's like, okay, who needs help in their life, like real life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the bars is cool, and trust me, I feel I can go with anybody.
Yes, you can.
But it's more like, okay, how do we affect the next person to get their dreams off and go forward for what they want to do? And so, I don't know, just trying to lend a helping hand, because like now that I've been able to open the door, I'm like, all right, who else can I bring in? You know me, I'm gonna call you. Like, shoot, music video that we did, like, I could, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, Lou's on a song, like, even if it's for like 10 seconds, like, we got to put her on, because I want everybody to shine, you know what I'm saying? And so, and also, you'll never know who's going to see that.
Yeah.
Never know who's going to see that. So, just helping the next person. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now. Like, the bars is cool.
So, do you feel that pressure of, I've never gone viral, so I don't know, but like, in my mind, I feel like there would be like this pressure of like, okay, now I got to top this, or now I have to do it again, or like now my next album has to be this. Like, are you feeling that, or is it
at the beginning of the year? Now, not so much. At the beginning of the year, it got mad claustrophobic, man. It was like the world was like it's so funny, because on the album, the first track, I talk about this specific thing before it even happens. Like manifesting, like the whole world's watching, every single move is a hashtag trending topic. Like, I literally said all this stuff before it even happened. And I know that's a God thing for sure. But
come on.
But before I say that, so I had to go back and look and be like, all right, man, you knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Whether you knew it was gonna happen, you gotta take a step back and do what you wanna do.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was like, you gotta sell merch, and you gotta go on tour, and you gotta, do this, that, and the third. And I was like, y'all just got here.
Right. Just
relax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody's like, you got to drop new music. I'm like, I got a catalog. Go back and look.
Like, do your research first. Yeah. Welcome.
And by the time you finish and you're fully digested, then I can, present something new. Because I don't want my audience to be like a microwave audience.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is just like people that are like, okay, this is great. On to the next thing. No, I want people to sit with it and digest it and be like, oh, so this is what he meant by this, or this is what this line meant. And they don't have to be super deep into it, but that's what I want from my fan base. I don't want it to be like a here today, gone tomorrow type thing. And so that's what I've been focusing on too, is like building a core audience. That's been my biggest thing. Like, I realize how far that goes.
So how are they like interacting with you now? Like all the new fans, like
there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love for sure, which is great. I've had a couple, you know what I'm saying, just people passing by that are just like, not the kindest, but
cunts.
They're not.
I'll say it. Steven doesn't curse or anything. I will say it. We all know you guys are fucking assholes and you're miserable in life. And what would the internet be without you guys?
Which I have to put in perspective, because everybody's lens is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could just had a bad burrito that day and was like, I hate everything about this guy.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where I was looking at comments when the stuff was viral, and it turned into like I was looking for all the love, and then it shifted into like I was looking for all the negative comments.
Ooh.
And that's a place that I never want to be in again, because I was just
Yeah.
like, that takes the joy out of the whole moment. You got somebody that's saying like, oh man, this album really helped me like through this time, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate you putting out this body of work. But you're like, nah, forget all that.
Yeah.
Look at this guy that was like, I hate you. Dave 6892 was
The-
like with no
right.
profile picture.
Every time, you know it.
They be the boldest ones with no profile picture. They be like, I hate this guy, man. You sound like this dude, and you're ripping it up. Like, you can't be.
And that's literally, for some reason, that's like the only comment that like stands out. And you see it
Yeah.
every day. Then you go back and see how many people liked it. And you're like, I want to see who liked it.
Yeah, and I got
Sometimes
to
you go too dark.
Man, my wife was like, "Hey, you can't be in the DMs like that, or like in the you can't be, because that's just taken away from the whole moment. You got like literally now fans around the world, which is wild to say. Like at first, before it was like, oh, I got like 2 people in Ireland. I don't know how they're listening. Cool,
Yeah.
but now it's like there's a drove of people.
You
in
did
these
what, a
different-
million streams on this?
It's almost
and
at,
counting?
It's almost at 2 million right now. It's at 1.6, 1.7.
Ooh. So you made some profit off of this, right?
Yeah, I was
Good.
that leap that I took that we talk about.
Get that money.
that leap that I took. There was like a dry period, and then obviously after January, because on a DistroKid they hold the money for like a month and a half, 2 months. So I'm sitting there like, this is great. I'm getting the
Dang, they hold it-
streams.
okay.
No, they hold it for a while.
That's crazy.
Because they got it's a whole thing that I just, what I'm saying, it's crazy.
but it's there though. That's what you're
It's there.
But it's coming.
It's there. So like when it was happening, I was like, this is great. All the streams is coming. But then I was like, where the money at? And then like in March, said I was done.
Again. Oh, that's
I tell you what, man. I tell you
Come
what.
on, Steven. This is good. This
I
is
tell you
crazy.
what, man. I'm so
timing.
side note. I'm so glad that I got to, because I haven't been able to talk to anybody about this whole thing since then. So like,
oh man,
you're the first one that I can
so
like.
this is the come on.
Yeah. So I've been like, So March again.
That's crazy.
March again. And then the money started coming in. I was able to like fork out like money to my brother for helping on an album.
Oh yes.
And just like help like the people that came down for the show. I was able to give them some money. And, it was just
sorry
like,
I missed the show. I'm so sorry.
It's cool.
I planned. I was like, oh,
it's cool. We gonna do another one to kind of close out this kind of chapter of Channel 95. And I've been kind of trying to figure out where to do it at. Because another thing is that I don't want to get on a tangent. But real short, doing shows in Vegas can be a little tricky because sometimes the venues, like for us, level Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday,
you ain't getting them prime days.
Sunday,
Yeah.
no prime days. So that's also something that I've been trying to work on is like, all right, man, even if it's like a 50 cap venue or small, like how can we do this? Because
pull up with your plaque now.
yeah,
You're gonna be like,
you know
you
what I'm
see
saying?
this?
You know what I'm saying?
Let me
like,
get that Saturday.
Like, what do I gotta do? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard for us as artists to kind of find those places, and then also for them not to charge an arm and a leg for us to actually do what we need to do on a Friday or Saturday. I get it. We're lower tier. We're not Drake. We're not Kendrick. We're not whoever.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But I get it. So like, we got to start somewhere. So that's my next move. But anyway, so it's been crazy, man. It's been wild. I
love this for you. And we're getting deep. So I want to start this like little let's get deep segment where I ask some deeper questions too before we get to the hot box fun stuff, okay? And also, what better way to start this segment than when Steven Joseph, who's had an amazing year and a very wise man. So I'm excited to bring these great questions that I have here. Question number 1. Has music healed you or has it broken you more?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
Wow. It's like she does this for a living.
I try. I try, you know.
I would say that it's broken me down and built me back up. I would say that the Book of Joseph was a big, like, vulnerable period of my of my life where I just was like, I got to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And so Channel 95 was like, I know who I am. So trying to take that internal look and being like, all right, man, like, in order for you to progress, you got to realize that You're a procrastinator. You're, you don't do the things that you said you were gonna do. Empty promises, not fulfilling your gifts, like just things like that. Be like, all right, we got to be real. You want all this, but you're not doing the work to get there.
Yes.
And so the other side is like, all right, now that I see what I built from the ground up, how do we take it further? So yeah, I would say it's broke me down and built me back up to the person I ended today.
Yes, I knew I picked the right person to start these deep questions on, because ain't nothing like.
Oh, I'm the first one?
Yeah, like I've never done Let's Get Deep yet. Yeah.
I was about to say, I've been watching. I was like,
just get wow. Yeah. This is, I was just like, dude,
That's good. That's good.
Everybody doesn't have the wisdom. So I'm like,
I got you.
So what does making it actually mean to you when an artist say, ready to make it? Come on.
Fire.
Oh,
these questions are fire. It's different. Making it is different for everybody. And honestly, now that I've had the success of having an album that did 1 million and the people drove in and all the followers and stuff, like I realized for me, success for me is being able to connect with my core audience. The following is great. Good. The following is great, and it helps notoriety and it helps bring people in. But like those people that going come to a show or like be in the comment section. You don't have to leave your house. Be in the comment section and be like, oh, this is fire. This is dope. Like those people that interact. Like I started a broadcast channel on my Instagram, and like I asked like a question that was like, hey, how old is old? And I'm just like asking these random questions, like, just to interact with people, because I understand that like you're the main person, but these people also want to be seen too.
Exactly.
Like, and you can't treat the people that are supporting you just like, they're just other people.
You're going to be all right in this game,
I'm trying, man.
You're doing it. And I feel like it could be so easy for you to have this moment and then like lose yourself kind of and be like, oh, well, now I'm too big for the program, or I'm bigger than the program, excuse me. But you still know like, no, I got to reach back down to help people. I have to reach back down to connect.
Yeah, because January, February, man, I was like, what is going on? And people were like, man, you made it, da-da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. And you listen to that too long, man, you get... The hunger starts to dry up, and you like
imagine.
Yeah, you like. I'm over here talking like viral's going to like it's a bad thing, but when it happens, because it's gonna happen for you for sure. When it happens, just remember this moment where you're at right now. Be like, all right, this is why I'm doing it. Yes, everything's coming in DMs and stuff like that. I've had A&Rs reach out, try to buy. Run it up and all this.
Really? So the deals are like crazy.
I mean, that's another
thing.
They're
coming in like, so now it's like, all right.
Yeah, they're coming in, but it's also like you got to see it for what it is. It's like, all right, the deals are coming in, but all this work you put towards it, is this amount of money worth them just getting in just because they want to get in? You know what I'm saying?
So like when they try to, like, for example, they offer to buy Run It Up, how does that look? Is it like, give me all the masters and everything to this? Like,
so my situation was, and I'm glad I'm doing this because like I really want to give game on like how I got approached. So let's say the deal is like, I'm gonna just use a smaller amount. So like, let's say the deal is $100. It's not $100, but like let's say it's $100, right? And they're like, oh, we can promote it because you can have a promotion deal, you can have like a label deal, you can have a sync deal. But in this case, like somebody wanted to buy it from me for $100 and was like, okay, we can promote it and we can push it with our algorithm machines, this, that, and the third, and we would just want 50% of it. And then you get the 50% and then in advance. So the way I saw it was, okay, they're going to give me the $100, right? I get 50% of the revenue that comes in with the streaming.
Okay.
The streaming. And then they get 50%. But the way I see it is that I would have to pay back that $100 at some point. It's not just free money.
Yeah.
Because they're giving you the money and it sounds great, but it's an advance. So like, you're not going to be out of it until you pay that back.
But that's called like the recoup or something like that?
Yeah,
like, okay.
Exactly. Now, not all deals are like that, but usually when they want to get in and help you like push it, and they give you an advance, like in the contract somewhere, it's going to be like, you need to give me that. And then probably interest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the interest. They like, it looks good right now. That's good though, because it'll be hard. Especially when you need that money and it's a big bag in front of you. Like,
look,
I'll make it back. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I was on a teacher salary, right? And then you turn around and they're like, hey, we got this money for you. And I'm like, hey,
smart
I'm
to
take
wait.
my wife on a trip. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, wait, this is a payday loan.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Ooh, that's good how you put that. It's literally, that's what it is.
It's literally a payday loan. And like I said, not all deals are structured like that, but like you got to think of that advance money as in like, one, can you live off of that for I see it as like 6 months to a year. No. Now they're taking 50% of the streams that you were originally getting, the number.
Yeah.
So now that number is decreasing.
Yeah.
They're making the money while you have the advance, and now you're making less money on the stream. It's just like,
so it's just that. Come on. So do you have like a team now, or like when you make these decisions, who do you like go over it with?
I talk to my dad. My dad's really good with numbers as far as like, you know, just contracts and stuff.
Okay, good.
I talk to my family. My Uncle Russell, actually, the guy that was Run It Up.
Okay.
Rewind That. He actually is helping me now with promotion and doing this stuff too. Because
shout out to the family being involved. I love this.
Because right after where I played the album, he was like, we got to talk. So then he was like, I can do this and help you with, what are you doing now? Like, how can I help? So he's been helping with that. But long story short, man, like that stuff, it can be very, very tricky. It seems good.
Yeah.
But then it's like, is it that good?
Get stuck in a crazy deal right off the bat.
Exactly. But I've been able to also do some, I signed with a sync agency, which they help with, like if you want your music in TV, movie, film.
Oh, that's what that's called. Okay, I was like, break that sync down.
I will. So sync licensing, that's where I've been trying to get out for the longest. When I was doing loading, like that stuff was for like movie, like, TV. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, you know, a couple years later, they, you know, I got approached and they were like, hey, we can do this deal or whatever. And I signed with them. And it's like a 2-year deal, but it's non-exclusive, so I can sign with anybody else too.
Oh, look at God just working that out. Yes, come on.
Anyway, that's a whole different
game. No, that was good.
That's a whole different thing. So.
That was good. Okay, back to let's get deep. I need to practice a deep voice for this. But have you lost any real friendships or family behind your music career, or during the process of chasing it? Any valuable relationships? It's just like.
You know what? Nah.
I love that.
Nah, I haven't. I would say there's just people that I not as close with anymore.
Yeah.
But nothing like where I had to sacrifice is like you or the music. Like, no, it hasn't been any of that because I've been lucky enough to have people that support me doing the music. I know there's a lot of people that don't have that. So I thank God every day that I have the people around me that like encourage me to keep going.
Yes.
And so like, yeah, I really haven't had that problem. It's funny because in the comment section, there was a lot of people in a video that were like, man, I wish I had a family like this. Man.
I was just about to say that. I feel like that's like one of my favorite parts about your journey is like you got to do it with your family involved. Because it's like to have a family that supports your dream. I would just that moment, I'm like, what? There's families like that?
Yeah, no.
I remember when I tell family, they're like, what are you doing? Like, that does not make sense. This is crazy. Like, you need to stay and you need to go work.
Yeah. Well, also on the other side, right, is like the stairs. In March when I was telling people not March, when I was at the end of the summer and we had the like end of the year party at the school and stuff, and I'm with the faculty and I'm like, hey, I'm going to stop. This is my last year. They're like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to be a rapper. They're like, huh?
Wow. See, it's that moment where it's like, whoa.
Yeah. And that was tough. That was hard. That was really hard. And I had shown that I had been doing stuff. They know that I was a rapper and stuff, but they didn't take me serious.
It's like a kid saying he's going to be an NBA player. Yeah. And people's like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Everybody wants to be
Not everybody at the school for sure, but there was some.
And now look, joke's on you guys. What will your music say about you when you're gone?
Wow.
Man, just let's sit on it for a minute.
If you have a dream, do it.
Yeah.
If you have a vision, do it. If you have a goal, do it. Because that's what I did. I didn't wait on anybody. I took life by the horns and I went and did it. It may be hard sometimes. Life be lifing.
Yeah.
But you gotta do it because nobody else gonna do it for you. So.
That's so good. Ooh, that's so good. I think I might ditch the hot box and keep Let's Get Deep. This is so much better for me.
I like that.
This is and you just
like
dropped so many gems. That's everything, and that is so you. So you got Steven Joseph versus his favorite rapper. Who's your favorite rapper? I know you're a Kenny boy. Come on, say it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on.
It's coming.
Come on.
Hey man, listen. Okay, so here's the deal.
Wait a second.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
Here's the deal. I'm approaching this peacefully. I am a Drake fan. Also,
we're already starting off good. Okay, now
I am
can
also
hear...
a Drake fan.
All right.
I am
Guards
also
down.
a Drake fan. So I'm not one of those people that be on the internet talking crazy. Now,
okay,
when your favorite team is winning, look at
no, because you started off with the respect, so I get it. You're not a delusional Kenny boy. So
I am not. I promise you, I'm not.
Come on,
I've been rocking with Kendrick since the Kendrick Lamar EP.
Okay.
So when you see, when your team hasn't put out a lot of music in a span of, and then you just go on a championship run.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at.
And I respect that.
That's where I'm at. I like Drake with the melodies. I'll just
because there you go. See, I try to be an adult Drake, and then they always come. Go ahead. You got the floor. Come on.
I like Drake. What happened between them two? It was great for the sport of rap.
Okay, but
there really is no but.
All right, okay.
There really is no but because as a Kendrick fan, obviously I'm gonna say that he won. And I know that doesn't sit well.
No, see, here's the thing. This is what I could take about it. I don't know how we got here because I didn't finish the question I was about to ask you. I'm gonna double back, but I started getting defensive because don't get me wrong, I've been a Kendrick Lamar fan as well. I've loved Kendrick Lamar music, but throughout this battle, I didn't respect the disrespect that people started showing to Drake. People never rocked with Drake. Drake was just the worst rapper in the world. That's crazy. And then you said dude, I was a Kendrick fan since his EP. Half of these people that was all of a sudden these Kenny fans, y'all couldn't even name his albums. You couldn't even name 5 songs off of his album or anything. So that for me, I was like, you know what? Now it has to be F you, Kenny, because everybody is against Drake. And for me, Drake is one of my favorites. But it was can we acknowledge that this is great for hip hop?
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of your favorite rappers would have backed down from Kendrick Lamar. Mine
Absolutely.
didn't. Mine didn't.
Absolutely.
Your rapper is a punk. And mine stepped up.
And honestly,
all right, we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we stepped up because we don't back down. All right, here we go.
And I will give it to him. What's the track? It was I'm bad with names. This is not because of Drake.
During the battle?
Terrible with names. It was a 7 where he's
the one where Drake. He smashes the car. Oh yeah. God.
I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway,
but that one
where he's going at basically everybody that was going at him.
And then Kendrick, because we thought we was up after that one.
That track by Drake, fire.
That's gonna bother me.
The only reason why I'm dang, because he dropped right after that.
Yeah, and it killed it. It killed it.
And so when it happened, and I'm sorry because we got on a tangent because I told you you asked me a question. The only reason before this whole beef started, I was in a group text with my boys, and my boy Avery, Avery Harden, mad Cole fan. When Cole interject, he just put himself in there for no reason. I told them verbatim, I was like, "This is not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. This is not gonna be close, and not because of the lyrical skill, just from the Kendrick is a maniac. He is crazy."
I saw that now. I said, yeah, he's out of his mind and he's a sick human.
And if Drake would have kept dropping, it probably would have, not saying the gap would have, it just would have got worse.
Yeah, I saw when he performed not a 6 times back to back, I said, you have to be out of your mind.
He's a maniac. And I literally followed the text up and I was like, Kendrick is a maniac. J. Cole is nice. Great. Mike, cool. This is not for him anyway. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Drake, the whole drop. I was like, this man just healed from Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. He just had a big therapy session, and now you want to. All right.
Yeah, but listen, like and here's the thing, like I love Drake and I can't get delusional, but I just knew I'm like, this is Kendrick Lamar, and we are in trouble. But I wasn't going back down. I wasn't going to turn on Drake like the world did. I said, nope.
That's what you're supposed to
we
do.
gonna keep swinging.
That's what
we
you're
gonna
supposed
keep
to do.
swinging. And Kenny just swung harder, and then not like us just took it. And I said, you know what? Turn it all off.
Hey man, and sometimes your team takes an L, but
It
that
hurt.
doesn't mean they're done. The franchise isn't done.
And that's another thing that bothered me. They was like, this is like the Ja Rule effect. I was like, I will punch everybody. Because now y'all are being crazy.
Drake does a tour in the anywhere really, but in the US right now, he's selling out stadiums and stuff like that. Speaking of which, Kendrick's in Toronto today, so I'm be tapped in. Yeah.
How is that? You know what? I think he might be all right though. Like I honestly feel like I'm a little worried when Drake go perform in California somewhere.
I'm saying it and I'm saying this beforehand, but this probably won't come out until afterwards. But I'm saying it beforehand. Kendrick's a maniac. So just keep that in mind.
If he performed Not Like Us out there, which he probably will. That's why I'm mad as fuck
Not
at
just
Kendrick.
one.
I'm just like, you know what?
Not just once.
He not gonna do that 6 times. They need to
Not
start
6
throwing
times.
stuff on the stage at that point. If Toronto, if y'all let him do it, I promise you. That's what sucks. Cause he just so disrespectful with it. Now I can't even like Kendrick no more. I'm like, you know what? I like Kendrick. I used to play his music, and now I'm just like, nope, skip it.
Yeah,
I don't even want to hear it.
It's just like
I tried to be calm. I was like, I'm gonna be an adult. It's over. But it's just, and the Kenny boys make it worse for me. And I'm like,
yeah.
it gotta be up forever.
I wish more people would have talked to me because I get it from both sides. The slander on each side is crazy, but Kendrick is that guy, that quiet kid in class that be sitting by himself and he like, nah, just don't mess with him.
Yeah, we get it. He do voodoo and shit on his free
exactly.
time. And
Exactly.
when he had an interview. See, because I love Kendrick. You know, I watched all his stuff. He was a big creative inspiration for me just watching his visuals. But when he said something about sometimes he got to channel the dark demons during certain verses, I said, oh, yeah. Yeah. He's just not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
But
During Euphoria when he was like, I don't think like people caught it now, but when he was like back to back, I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. I was like, this is over. And I people thought I was crazy. Like, nah, man, you just hyping it up. I was like,
can I ask you a question though?
Over.
Do you think that as a Kendrick fan, do you think at some point, like, do you think Drake was kind of keeping up? Like, were you impressed with Drake's?
Oh yeah,
give me something.
That's why I said the track that he literally went on, Future, Rick Ross, Kendrick, like he was going back at everybody on that 7-minute diss track where he had the crushing the van and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, this is it. But then for Kendrick to turn around and drop Meet the Grams, it was Meet the Grams.
Why can I not think of this Drake song? And now I'm making us look even bad. You're like, see, it wasn't that great because you can't even remember the song.
If I was toxic, if I was toxic, I'd be like, yeah, you don't. I can care less, but I
got some Kenny boys. I'll be ready for you, Steven. I'll transform real quick. I think because this is like a peaceful.
And also, we don't know these people.
We don't, and that's when I had to calm down. I was like, you know what? Because some people like unfollow Music with Lou after. Oh, my DMs is crazy.
Wild.
They were like, you being disrespectful, and then I was talking disrespectful.
See, that's why I was like, all right, man, we got to relax because these people don't know.
Yeah,
you from
they were coming for me too, though. They were like, that's why women shouldn't be in music. I was like, maybe you shouldn't be in music, buddy.
That's wild.
Should have told you a year ago your shit was trash. Yeah, it was getting bad.
But honestly, you cutting off the fact because you don't want them people around.
You're right, but you know what? Back to the question, okay? Because now we're going too deep.
Yeah, sorry.
So my question was, and it's good that we went into all these Kendrick Lamar flowers. So we got Steven Joseph versus Kendrick Lamar in a rap battle. Who's walking away with the win?
Oh, Kendrick.
God, don't do that.
Hey, I'm just being honest. I'm very real with myself.
You gonna let Kendrick smoke you in a battle?
Nah, I'm gonna give it my best shot.
You can hang with Kendrick.
Don't get me wrong, but just
we not gonna act like Kendrick just untouchable. Steven, now you can hang with Kendrick Lamar. Don't do that.
That's a wild statement, man. He's my
what do you think
bro.
about him? Like, what is it about him that would make you feel like, you know what? Let me back down. I can't hang with this.
First of all, I feel like he wouldn't even entertain me.
No, we ain't saying that. We were talking about now. Boom, you Steven Joseph. Boom, you.
All right,
I'm right there.
I'm Drake.
You in the game.
I'm Drake.
Don't do that. Don't be Drake because they gonna be like, you already lost. You Drake. No, you Steven Joseph, and you at the top with the big dogs now.
And I have all the assets and stuff that he.
Boom. What is it that he's doing?
I'm just not as crazy as him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just not as like, cause he's still holding grudges from like 2013. At some point, I'd be like, all right, man, like, okay, we got to heal, bro.
Pent up anger.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the East, but it's like, all right, okay. You know, I got a wife. I'm good.
Life is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm all right. Like, what can I possibly, unless somebody like,
because if he just really pushed that button.
And that's the thing. I don't even know what that button is.
Okay.
Because I've heard some disrespect in the city, and I'm just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that hunger to be like, I'm going to show you. Because I'm like.
Maybe that's really good. That's my problem.
Well, side note is like, check the scoreboard.
Ooh, calmly pop it. Okay.
But then I'm like, all right, cool. That's but then after that, it's like, all right, cool. If you still want to be like, well, the score is, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, you got it.
Yeah.
Because for me, putting my energy into something like that is just like, all right, cool. But I don't know. Kendrick, I would have to figure out what that button is. Because that button hasn't been pushed for me. I would say the only time that button has been pushed is when, like, it's not even a button, but at the beginning when I was rapping, when I was like, stay at home Sundays every week. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Because, like, people were like, you rap? You ain't rap. I was like, I do rap. And then that was like, okay, I'm 12 weeks straight.
Yeah, you was going crazy.
Boom, 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 boom. Videos too, visuals too. Putting them all together.
And not just like no regular visuals. Like you were
not like
really doing some trippy things.
Tripod and be like, yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But I'm saying like I was in there.
Yeah.
Like in there. So, I mean, but that was the last time I felt that. So
Kendrick Lamar's going to win the battle. Who do you think could rap with him? Somebody was like, all right, you might give Kenny a problem. It would be.
They're not as popular, but Absol, for sure.
That's good.
Absol, and I'm picking him because he's like.
Absol ain't going to do that though.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I can see that. Okay.
Absol.
You got to have like a little darkness to you.
Lupe Fiasco, but it would like all the stuff would go over a lot of people's heads. Like Lupe, he's really dense. Like he's really like.
Yeah.
But he can rap with Kendrick. I would even say Cole, but Cole's kind of like
he's not built for it. He's scared.
It's just like you
can't be big three anymore. Let me stop. Okay, I'm going crazy.
You get to a point where you just look at it, and I think that's what Cole did. Is just like one, I don't really think I need to be entertaining this. Like I don't.
Because he's like, this man's a madman.
Yeah, and he's like, let me go ride the bike, man. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I just kind of felt like I get that too, but I feel like rap is just such a competitive sport. If somebody like calls you out, like you gotta kind of take that.
I feel it.
I just feel like it's a part of the sport.
It's so funny. Rap. It's so funny that you say that because like I was on a Fifth Element not too long ago.
You were,
and I was talking to them, and I had the same conversation. They were like, man, like. What gets you to go and like what you like? Do you want to be the best? And And I was like, yeah, I do. But I was like, I understand that there's more around that than just being like, I rap really well. The masses, the people in the sport care about that, right? But the masses, they want to be fed, especially the people that I want to reach. So it's like, how do I balance that? You know what I'm saying? But I obviously, if it came to blows.
Because sometimes it's like when you come to hip hop, it's like, yeah, we want the great music, but like we like to see the pins go at it too.
Yeah, you want to see the dunk contest. You want to see, you know what I'm saying? You want to see the All-Star game, not the recent All-Star games, but you want to see the.
Yeah, they don't even compete no more.
You want to see them like show out. You want to see a Game 7, and I totally understand that, but I feel like there's a time and place for that, and then also like if you're consistently just like everybody just going at everybody, and you're not developing anything else, like what are we doing?
Who would you feel like would be a good, like, take it back? We'll go back to the East Side because I feel like we ain't talking about the East Side enough. We both from the East. Whose pen would you battle on the East? Like, who would be like, oh yeah?
I wouldn't even say battle.
Not battle, but like we going bar for bar.
People that inspire me, like to write and stuff. I know I
like how you flip that.
I'm flipping it because
not battle because you don't want to create that, but just like. Who's a good pen you'd like to just be up there like going against? Like who will pull out the best
Selly,
in you?
Man. Selly is one of my favorites, man. He knows that too, man. Because like when I met him at I think it was Mikey Picasso's first show.
So is that where we all like met?
Yeah, it was like a coming together moment. But when I met him at the first show, he had
Shout out
Driven.
to Mikey Picasso.
Yeah, Mikey Picasso is another one too. He had driven out East God Sully, and I was just like, I was showing all the homies and stuff, and I was like, man, like this is where we need to, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think he had just done Brooklyn Bowl, like around that time too. So he was like, you know, I was like, man, we gotta.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely one for sure. I know I'm spacing out on a bunch of other people, but he's one of the first people that comes to mind too. So.
I love that though, and I feel like just. And it sometimes maybe I'm being biased because I'm an East Sider too, but I do feel like you guys are like very well rounded as artists. Like you guys are just a whole package from even like the rollout process. You guys can rap, you guys got the bars, but then you know how to put together a great body of work. And then you guys put on your own shows. And then when you do your shows, it's not like, let me just grab the mic. You guys have a whole set. Yeah. You can rap without the track, the lyrics. And, you know, I'm like, wow, does nobody see this? Like, why are we the underdogs?
It's just, you know, and I feel like the north side of town is like, has really, really built that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the East is starting to get there. It's starting to trickle down over here, but we just got to keep doing it because the more we build on this side and the more opportunities that we give other artists, because there's somebody right now that's on the East that just graduated high school or just freshly out of college or whatever the case is just looking for the opportunity like I was. Yeah. Like trying to build something, no resources around, trying to, you know, do stuff, videos in the backyard, whatever. Somebody's doing that right now. And we just, you know, we got to nurture those people instead of being like.
Did it ever get like frustrating to, you know, you hear all the media at the time, everybody's talking about the rappers in Vegas, like, did it ever become frustrating to like not hear your name as much?
That's so funny because I recently saw a video about like the top Vegas rappers, and I only saw it because shout out Jew. City Boy Jew.
Shout out Jew.
Shout out him because he sent me the video and I was like, oh man, it's like cool. And I was just happy to be mentioned, honestly. But like the other guys didn't know me, which is fine. I'm like, okay. But I was just happy to be in the conversation. But beforehand, I would say when I first started rapping, oh yeah, I was like,
watch this.
They about to get this work right now. Yeah. But now as I've gone, it's like, okay, putting a better body of work and like a world around my stuff is way more important than being like, you get a bar every single week. Now I have the skill to just be like, I have the skill to be able, like at any point, like, okay, like I don't want it. Well, I'll say it now. I was listening to Anita Baker.
Oh, shout out to Anita. My
and I again, bad with titles, but I have an instrumental that I'm just writing to for a stay-at-home
Anita
center.
Baker instrumental?
Oh, I'm a maniac. I be writing. I did.
See, so you can't hang with Kendrick. If you can, come on, man. All right, let me let you finish. I'm gonna grow up. I'm sorry.
But no, you right. I just like I write to I always write. I keep my pen sharp at all times for anything.
Ooh,
but it's good. Not just for battle. It's also like, okay, songwriting, hooks, you know, melodies, writing for other people. Yeah. Like people always talk about the 16 that you can give that can take somebody's head off, but it's like, okay, can you take that same pen and sell a story or a record or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at.
Ooh, that's good.
So when they ask me about being the best rapper or who's the best rapper in the city, I'm just like, all right, well, like, it's important to be well-rounded because my first two projects, I was rapping like a madman, and I felt like these projects register more because I'm like, I have a story behind it. Yeah. I can paint a picture. Like being an artist is all that. So I know it's not the answer that everybody wants to hear. Like, yeah, I'm in it. Like, but that's just where I'm at.
That's good.
And that's helped me create peace to, you know, for these last two albums. It's like, all right, man, you can sit here, but like, how these people gonna get fed? That's just me. But I mean, shoot, if they want to put me in the top five, you know what I'm saying? Because Jew put me in the top five because he was like marketing and stuff. If that's one thing I'm gonna talk my talk on is
your rollout was crazy.
Then
boom, right after the moment the show's ready, everything.
Yeah,
like
you can talk about the pen, but the marketing,
I love that.
That's one thing that I feel like I got on lock. Like I have yet to see somebody put it together like I have, and maybe I'm missing it.
Come on, there it is. Now we're getting some popping it. Man, we talked about so much. I'm just never gonna keep these interviews to a good time because it's just when it's good conversation. It's amazing. Steven, thank you so much for coming. Before we let you get out of here, just let the people know what you got going on. And you got the Patreon. Are you doing Twitch and stuff too now?
I want to do Twitch. It's in the works. I'm like on live streaming.
Podcast with Wifey.
Yes, I do podcasts with Wifey. We do a little 15-minute segment. I got Patreon. I'm also doing subscriptions on Instagram.
Okay.
I got a fire project that I'm working on with Calvin Black that's supposed to be coming out this year.
Okay.
A little small EP that I'm really excited about. And then obviously, we're working on the next album already. Like
okay.
We
just back in the lab.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, we working on the rollout and everything. Like,
dang,
we going big for the rest of this year and then the start of the year. Next year.
That's what I like. That's what I like. Thank you for coming to bless my platform.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man.
Man, it was time. It was time.
Overdue.
I just be getting lost in DMs and everybody's like,
it's cool. I understand because I was like, she's probably so busy. And then like, I think that same day that I hit you up, you had like 5 videos come out. So I was like,
I just be doing too much sometimes because I'm just like, oh, and then I'm like, 5 days later, I'm like, holy shit, I forgot this. And I gotta do better with that.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's
everything happened. It really is. I'm glad you understand. Just all these dreams and your mind just never stops.
Yeah.
And then, I'm delusional over Dave East and it's just a lot to keep up with, Like, I'm at war with Kenny fans every day. Like,
there is a lot going on.
It's just, oh God. No, look, I'm so dramatic. It's a lot. But Steven, I'm so proud of you. I hope that your success continues to go crazy. I pray that you have many more viral moments. I love this moment for you.
I appreciate it.
So freaking much. Like, it just feels like a win for just Vegas as a whole.
It's a win
like,
for everybody, man.
Yeah,
because if I get eyes, everybody else gets eyes too. So
dude,
like, it's a win, man. It's a win.
I just sit back like a proud old lady, and I'm like,
in the rocking chair.
Look at him go, look at him go. Every time I see, I'm like, dude, this is just amazing. But okay, let me stop. With that being said, thank you guys for watching another amazing episode. There were so many gems dropped. Okay, so go back, listen, take some notes, especially if you're an artist. Steven dropped so much game. Go run up the album. I mean, let's get it to 3 million streams. Channel 95 out right now. And it's going crazy. And if you love SZA, then just what if SZA was like, let me get on one in the remix?
Hey, whatever song.
Okay.
Whatever song.
Okay.
Whatever song.
She might have to get a little tune-up vocal training from me. But,
hey, that's fine. That's fine. We'll bring you in the studio too.
I wrote some of them Kenny bars on Euphoria because that's your favorite one. He did hit me up and I was like, you really pushing my Drake loyalty.
But I'll do it for you.
The bag was nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it for you though.
Don't tell nobody else I said no, I'm just let me stop playing. All right, you guys, make sure y'all go run it up. Check out all Steven Joseph music. Go follow his platform. Subscribe to his Patreon. With that being said, we are out. Bye.